Hey, what's up guys? 65 Lokes, and we're back to the next phase of the build, the polishing. So as you can see from the video before, we had wet sanded the car starting from the 4,000 grit all the way up to the 10,000 grit polishing pads. And you see in the background, these are the next tools that we need to accomplish the next phase. Let's start off with the Adams polishes. Single soft plush towel. This is a ultra premium plush towel. See how I have it numbered number 2. The one I had used previously in the other video, I numbered it number 1. And I just so I know, not to use the same towel. So this towel's clean. It's in its packaging, dust free, ready for this phase right here. Over here on this side, we have Meguiar's Scratch X, Ultimate Compound, Ultimate Polish. Right below that, we have our Dremel pieces. Well, not Dremel. It's the Dremel's over here. Sorry, but these are going to be the pads for the compounds that we're going to be attaching to the Dremel. So there's different sizes, as you can see. We got a round, more of a flat one there, and the one in the middle, those are the ZoomOn ones there. And then we have this other one that's more of like in a cone shape. Those are the adapters right there, the yellow ones. And it just depends. I've used all three, and I continue to use all three. For this one, I think I'm gonna start using the ones that are more in the cone shape, just so I can get into certain areas in the body on there. And so when we start things off, we're gonna start off with the Scratch X right here. Down here below, we have a Q-tip, which I will use to get some of the material from the Scratch X to apply onto the body. And then once I have my my bit there connected to the yellow piece, that will go on this Dremel. This Dremel, it's a micro Dremel. It's wireless. It's being powered right now because I had ran out of, the it was running low on battery. So it's charging right now, as you can see right here. And those are the settings you got from, the 0 when it's off, and then the 5, 10, 15, 20, 28. Scott Scale Builds had recommended I keep it at the 5, and I just been rolling with the 5, and it's been great. I've had good results with that. And you constantly have to keep moving, just don't keep it in one spot. You don't want to burn through the clear. You don't want to create some heat where you're going to end up burning down. But if you just keep continuously moving around, you'll be fine. And it's pretty much the same as to what we were doing, with the polishing pads. You start from one direction, let's say left to right, and you keep doing that, and then you go like up and down, so more on a square, and you just start in one area and focus on that. So let's say if we start on the roof there, we just do that until we're done. If it needs more Scratch X, we add more, and we do the same process. From there, we could focus now on the hood, and then later we come down and we start, focusing on like the fender panel, and then later we do the door, the rear fender, and then we can move our way to the rear. The rear, it won't be too much because there's a lot going on, but just those areas where you want it to shine, because when the light hits it, or people see this at a show and you got all these lights from the top, you want it to shine and look clean. But for the most part, we're using the Scratch X. The reason we start off with the Scratch X is they're very tiny, fine little lines, like scratches from the pads that it leaves behind. If you look super, super closely in person, I don't think the camera's gonna catch it. Those lines are there, but once you use Scratch X, it starts to eliminate those lines there. And then later you use the Ultimate Compound, which now that, if you can see here on this sample, the before and after, it cuts. If you read that there, it cuts as fast as harsh abrasives, obsoletes traditional compounds. It just brings more shine. And then finally the polish right here, it's just, you're just gonna get a super shine, like really nice on there. So this is just the introduction of what you would need for this part right here. So let's start the checklist. You need a Dremel, Scratch X, Ultimate Compound, Ultimate Polish, and I highly recommend these from Meguiar's. And then, like I said, get a hold of these towels, these microfiber towels. They're so great for your cars. And then also make sure you get a set of these as well for your Dremel. The pads here that you'll need for the compounds. ZoomOn does offer a set, and I mean, you'll be able to find other types of sets, you know, online as well. But just check it out right there, and we're going to be getting started soon.